What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jose here at the First Round by podcast, accompanied by my boy, Mr. Sauce.
What is up, my friends? This is the continuation episode that we promised you, and it will be going up. I promise. This is episode number 8, and we are going to be talking about the about to happen week 4 in the NFL. A lot of crazy storylines that are going on, and probably the biggest storyline, probably my favorite storyline, is that Thursday night game. I'm just kidding. It's not. We don't care about that at all.
Wait. And to be fair, by the time this episode is up, that Thursday night game's probably already done with.
Jags and Bengals. And so here's my prediction for the game. Snooze fest. Anyway, let us continue on. It's going to be a legendary. I think it's you're able to call it a legendary matchup.
Oh yeah.
Huge matchup. And it's going to be tugging at Josie's heartstrings quite a bit. So, Josie, would you like to take it away?
Sure. So, as you guys know or may not know, this Sunday night, Patriots, Buccaneers, Brady, back in Foxborough.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, Brady in a Patriots uniform?
Oh, no. I wish, to be honest with you. But Tom Brady returns.
Wow.
In a Bucks jersey.
Oh my gosh.
First time ever I will be rooting against Tom Brady.
Wow.
I don't know how to feel about that.
So you will be rooting against him. I can respect that because that shows obviously true fandom too. And I know that's really tough, especially since I'm sure that all you've ever known is Brady as the quarterback for the Patriots.
Exactly. So
that's going to be tough for you.
So yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good game, man. I'm definitely gonna be glued to the TV that night and just watching the game.
Crying into his drink.
Crying. So I can't remember the exact yardage, but Tom Brady is I think it's 60 something yards away from being the number one. Having the record for the most passing yards.
Yes, he's about to pass Drew Brees.
Yep. So.
That is nuts.
It's crazy how
he's more than likely going to be doing it against his old team. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Oh my God.
What are the chances? Everything kind of just aligned for that to happen.
Jeez. You know what else is crazy too? Everybody's talking about the Belichick versus Brady thing.
Yeah.
Gronk's coming back to Foxborough. Sure. Oh my
check this
gosh.
Out. What if the first play of the game, let's say the Bucks get the ball. You already know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Freaking whatever.
80-yard touchdown pass to Gronk.
80-yard touchdown pass to Gronk. Or the exact amount of yards needed, touchdown pass to Gronk. That'd be crazy, right?
That would be nuts. And I'm not a superstitious person, but that could possibly happen. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be such a nutty game. I think that, although I think you alluded to it earlier, I think it's going to be a rough one for the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think that they'll probably keep it close for a little bit, just because I think most of it is going to be the nerves.
Yeah,
there's going to be so many nerves.
Well, because here's the thing, I feel like this game, it's important for everybody. So if you're a player on the Pats, Brady's coming to town. You know the history, so you don't want Brady to win for that reason. If you're Belichick, if you're Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia, whoever the hell whatever coach you are, you don't want to lose to the Bucks, to Brady. However, or whatever, if you're on the Bucks side, you're Brady, you're Antonio Brown, you're whoever. You know how much of a game this means to Tom Brady, regardless of how much Tom Brady says it's just another game. You don't want to lose the game for him. So both sides are going to be playing with complete heart. Right,
exactly.
Leave it all on the field. It's going to be a good game. I hope it's not a blowout. I don't know, man. It's I'm one side of
Would you be okay with it if it was a blowout?
Hell no, I wouldn't be.
Okay.
I don't want it to be a blowout. I want it to be just like any other football game. I want it to be a good game.
Same
you know
here.
what I mean? I just hope everybody has fun. I'm just playing. No, but
all
honestly,
participation trophies.
I want a good game, man.
Absolutely.
I honestly feel like the Bucks are gonna win. It's a shame, but it is what it is. They got a solid team all around.
I will say that I am definitely actually rooting for the Patriots, and part of the reason why is just because. So the way I see it is, since the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl and everything, Brady got a Super Bowl away from the Patriots. I think that it would even the odds if the Patriots ended up winning against the Bucks.
Well, and the thing too is, I mean, it's a regular season game. I mean, yeah, it's a big game, whatever. But at the end of the day,
It's just a regular season game.
It's just a regular season game. So I wouldn't necessarily say that Belichick is taking his ring back or whatever the hell you want to call it. But
Right.
I mean, for sure, it's gonna be a good game.
I was about to say, because it does, I would say that, I wouldn't say it tarnishes the legacy of Belichick, but it kind of, I wouldn't even say answers the question, but it also actually kind of begs the question, because a lot of people are saying, well, how's Belichick going to do without Brady? Like, who's going to succeed? Who's going to find more success? Is it going to be Brady or is it going to be Belichick? And honestly, it's kind of hard because that's a coach and a player. Like you can't really quantify the two. Man, I'm using a lot of big words. I like it. But no, it's definitely going to be a big time matchup. Plus, it's the Sunday night game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, prime time. So that makes it, I guess, with it being a primetime game, makes it a little bit bigger of a deal than just. I mean, granted, yeah, it is just a regular season game, but because it's in primetime, it's in primetime. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but yeah, so that's going to be such a nutty game.
Yeah.
But there's actually a lot of good games that are going to be happening this week. That's why we're talking about it, with the exception of that stupid Thursday night game.
What if it's actually a good game? Like, I'm going to come back episode 9 and be like, Steven, you suck. It was a good game.
I hope you do. just for the fact that, like, we've talked about before, me and Jose, we're both really big football fans, and we both just love seeing the competitive nature and stuff. I like seeing a good game. So, obviously, I don't want to see a blowout. I always want to see good games. And I'm just predicting that's going to be a snooze fest because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Trevor Lawrence has been playing that great.
No, preseason, I watched a lot of his like highlights or whatever you want to call them in the preseason at camp.
I think at this point they're kind of low lights.
Right, but I had really high hopes for him, and like, look, it's early still. It's still early. We're going currently right now. We're going into week 4. You can't judge anybody off of 3 games played.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's early, whatever, but I don't know. I haven't been too impressed with Lawrence. I had high hopes for him, like I said, but yeah, he hasn't lived up to the expectations that I kind of had, I guess, laid out for him, if you will.
Yeah.
But really,
that's tough because generally speaking, most rookie quarterbacks that are like picked first overall and stuff, they generally don't find success until like the next year or so.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, most quarterbacks like that are picked, or most rookie quarterbacks, they don't really have that season. They don't have, and I'm always gonna say the Justin Herbert rookie year, because Justin Herbert had a hell of a rookie year.
He did. He surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, so it's very rare for a rookie quarterback to have a Justin Herbert type year. You know what I mean? So even Baker Mayfield, he had a pretty good. It wasn't the Justin Herbert year, but it was a good year. But anyways, none of the quarterbacks that were picked in the first round, they haven't really impressed. And I saw like an article earlier. It was like none of the quarterbacks that were picked first in the first round were ready to start.
Correct.
And
I agree.
And I can kind of agree with that. At this point, like, maybe my opinion or whatever will change by week 7. I don't know. But as of now, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence,
Trey Lance,
he hasn't got the starting nod yet.
Yeah, he's got a couple of. He has some added in packages too, doesn't he?
Right. Well, yeah.
Same with Justin Fields, I think.
Justin Fields. I didn't say Justin Fields.
You did say Justin Fields. I was talking about Trey Lance too.
So I mean, they've and I think Justin Fields has only started 1 game, but I haven't really been impressed with them all. But like I said, it's still early. We can't really judge someone's career or whatever by freaking one game, 2, 3 games.
Right.
But I don't know,
because we're just now getting out of that point of the season. Because week 4 is going to be like what, a quarter of the season,
pretty much. It's
basically.
Crazy, right? And I feel like football just started.
I know it really does feel like that, and we're sorry for our absence. Again, we'll apologize for our absence, but no, it's crazy too, because it's just now like this is the week that kind of starts shaping the rest of the season for the most part.
Exactly. I think you mentioned that last episode. You start seeing your contenders and your pretenders. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, right now we have, I think it's like 4 or 5 different 3-0 teams, and we have like, I'm not sure how many 0-3 teams we have, but we definitely have at least one for sure.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, now we're starting to see who sucks, and of course the Jets are still in that column.
Yeah,
the Jets
I was about to say.
There.
Speaking of, so I'm actually really excited for the Titans matchup this week.
Who do they play?
They play the Jets. Jets. Yeah. Anyway, no. So what's kind of crazy about it too? The Titans defense has actually been playing a lot better than they did last year. A lot better. The last game that we played, well, that they played, I'm not a player, so, but the last game that they played, they were a -3 turnover differential with the Colts, but yet they still won by 2 scores. Most of the time, the only way that happens is if your defense is playing well, because we gave them way too many opportunities to be able to score and everything, but the Titans are actually going to be more than likely without both A.J. Brown and Julio Jones.
Oof. Well, to be honest, actually, I was going to say that's not going to make a world of difference, but when you have someone like A.J. Brown, and I know Julio Jones isn't the
superstar that he used to be,
or whatever the hell
right.
Julio Jones that he was, but whenever you got 2 receivers like that kind of takes pressure off of Tannehill, or not really Tannehill, but Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I feel like now that you're missing those 2 receivers, who are they going to give the ball to?
Yeah.
I mean, but even then, they were always going to feed freaking Henry the ball. But
absolutely.
Now it's more evident. More teams are going to stack that front.
We'll see. And here, so apparently, I think Julio's going to be out for maybe just this game. I think he might be getting a minor surgery done.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. I believe that he tweaked something. I think he tweaked a knee or something in the last game. And so Coach Vrabel actually held him out for the last 2 quarters of the game. So the last 2 quarters of the game, and A.J. Brown only played 8 snaps.
Oof.
So for a good majority of the game, it was just Tannehill. These are third through number 3 through number 5 wide receivers, and then Dehan. So, I mean, obviously we still kept up in a divisional game and everything, which was pretty crazy. I think we'll still obviously be all right because, I mean, we got King Henry. King Henry in the backfield, you've always got a friggin' chance. Mm-hmm. I personally, I'm going to say a little prayer for the Jets defensive line right now, just because he's probably about to send some people to the multiverse or something with that stiff arm.
Yeah.
But I'm actually not predicting a blowout for the Titans, because they generally, anytime they have a big high emotional game like a divisional game or something, I wouldn't say they lay an egg, but they don't play up to their potential the next game. They start out slow. I still think I want to say that it's probably going to be like a 21-7 or a 24-7 type of game.
I would say like a 31-7.
I'm hoping that's going to be that, but I think that
Derrick Henry rushes for over 200 yards.
I hope so, because that would continue to put him on pace for another 2,000-yard season.
Yeah,
which I'm hoping for, because I think personally that if he gets another 2,000-yard season, then I think he's a shoo-in for the Hall.
Oh, to be honest with you, he probably doesn't have the accolades right now to be put into the Hall of Fame, but it's like if he retired right now, I feel like he could be put in the Hall of Fame. That doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense.
Right. You don't feel like he has the longevity?
No. I mean, because this is what, like his 5th or 6th year?
6th year.
6th year,
I believe.
So what I'm saying is,
but he was used sparingly the first 2 years.
The first year he didn't really play much.
Mm-hmm. Behind DeMarco Murray.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say, what am I trying to say? These drinks are trying to get to me. But I mean, he's a hell of a running back, right? What I'm trying to say is he hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Correct. Did Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders?
Is he even in the Hall?
Bruh, I don't know.
I can't think of it right now. Well, the only thing I'm saying, so part of the reason why I say that is because he's already got a 2,000-yard year. If he gets if he leads the league in rushing again this year, and then which he's already leading the league in rushing, and then if he gets another 2,000-yard season, that would be 3 rushing totals in 3 years. Plus, that would also be coupled with back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. That's never happened.
I didn't know that.
That's never happened. Yeah. So
wait, didn't he have like 17 touchdowns last year or 16 or something crazy?
I think you only had like 16 or 17.
Only?
Yeah. I mean, only 16 or 17, no big deal for King Henry. But he actually, the crazy thing is too, he's been receiving catches this year too. Like he's got some receiving yards.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so they're using him in a very good way. But yeah, I firmly believe that they are. I mean, I don't think that they're going to lose to the Jets.
No.
If they lose to the Jets, then I'm going to cry.
They're not losing to the Jets.
I hope they blow them out.
The only way that they lose to the Jets is if Derrick Henry doesn't play and if your backup quarterback plays.
Yeah, I don't even know who our backup quarterback is right now. TBH.
But let's move on, man. So,
yes, absolutely.
Another game that I'm really excited about this weekend on Sunday, Cardinals versus Rams.
Dude.
Both 3-0. Both looking really great. Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
That offense is looking very, very nice. Their defense, Aaron
I was about to say,
Jalen
you could be
Ramsey.
talking about either one of them right now.
You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side, the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, D-Hop. You got a James Conner, Chase Edmonds. That defense with
Chandler Jones,
J.J. Watt. They're both good teams, man. I'm excited. Like, I don't know, man. If it wasn't for the freaking Patriots game, this would have been my top game of the week.
Yeah. I would say that this is probably my top game of the week. Yeah. Honestly.
I said...
The only reason why I say that is because obviously I've been banging the drum for the Rams so far this year. I already said I think in our Super Bowl predictions too. I also said something about the Cardinals. I thought the Cardinals were going to be really good this year too.
Yeah, we mentioned the Cardinals.
So this is 2 premier teams early in the season showing that they
might
got
meet
the
again
chops
in the playoffs.
Exactly.
They might meet again.
Hey, who knows? This might be a preview of the NFC title game.
Oh, you're not lying.
I know. So Matt Stafford, been a monster and everything. Cooper Kupp, man, it's going to be a really, really, really great game. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Now watch how funny would it be if all of a sudden, like we're sitting here thinking this is going to be this marquee matchup with these 2 high flying offenses, and then all of a sudden it's like a 14-10 game.
Well, here's the thing: they both got good defenses.
They do.
So it's a possibility that it can be a 14-10 game, but that doesn't take away the fact that it's a good game.
It's exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And see, I was about to say it's a good thing you said that because I was actually going to touch on that. A lot of people tend to think. I think that they've probably gotten too used to the college game, where a lot of times it's like 70-65.
Speaking of 70,
yeah.
Texas dropped 70 points against Texas Tech. I think they had like 25, 30 points, something like that. But God, it was a blowout.
That's nasty.
I love it. Love to see it.
I think that people are so obsessed with seeing that they don't really appreciate the slobber knocker games.
No, you know what? Like whenever the Pats played the Rams in the Super Bowl a few years back, everybody was like, "Oh, that game sucked." Like, yeah, to the casual viewer.
Yeah.
Like if you know football, if you watch football, dude, it was a game.
It was a
strategic
game.
It was a defensive game.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, like it was a good game. I mean, I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a big fan of like defensive battles.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've always been that way, just because that means that like any big play that's made can drastically change, as opposed to just big play after big play after big play after big play. I personally am a bigger fan of defensive battles and stuff, but I mean, teach their own.
I mean, I like both. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like a higher scoring game. Like, I wouldn't mind sitting there watching, a 30-plus back-to-back game. The Ravens versus Chiefs back in week 2. That was a good game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Back and forth, or if it's a low scoring game, then it's still a good game. I mean, it can be a good game
for sure. So moving on, another great matchup that's going to happen, the Monday night matchup.
Who we got?
We've got I almost said Oakland, but I was going to be completely wrong. The Las Vegas. That just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Sound right.
No. Is it just Vegas Raiders? No. Okay, so the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be playing against the Chargers. And both of them, surprisingly, have looked pretty good.
Hey, they sit atop the Chiefs in their division.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah. Who would have thought at week 4 the Chiefs would be last in that division?
Probably nobody, to be honest with you.
Man. But I bet that you're about to unleash a very pissed off Chiefs team, which I pity the fool that has to play. I don't even know who they're playing that week. Well, this week. I think. Oh, Eagles.
Eagles.
Well.
They got that in the bag.
Well, rip. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be a pretty good game between the Raiders and the Chargers. I think it's going to be quite a few points being scored.
What I feel like the Raiders have been like on national being favored since the start of the season. They've been like, I feel like every game they've played has been like aired.
Underdogs?
No, they've been aired like.
Oh yeah.
What's up with the Raiders?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Derek Carr is just like this superstar in disguise, kind of like Justin Herbert. No, I really like Herbert's game. I really like what the Raiders have been doing, to be honest. Like, Derek Carr's he's been tossing the rock quite a bit. I want to say that he had over 350 yards last game, right?
I'm not sure, but
yeah, so far
3-0.
He's actually currently got more passing yards on the season than Herbert does.
Interesting.
He's got 1,203 to Herbert's 956. 6 TDs, 2 picks. So he's having a pretty good year so far, to be honest.
Talking about Carr?
Carr, yeah. I mean, I don't think that their schedule's been all that tough. I think we talked about that before.
I wonder if he can keep it consistent. I think we mentioned that last episode.
Yeah.
Like, can the Raiders keep it going? Or are they one of those teams that starts off 3-0, 4-0, 5,
and then
maybe even 6-0,
and then ends up like 9-7,
and then ends up
or
just
9-8 this year,
losing 3 in a row, and then everybody's like, oh, they're a fluke.
I think that's probably more of the case.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see. It's going to be an interesting week of football for sure.
What's up with the Raiders though? Like, I haven't really watched a lot of their games or a lot of their highlights. How are they 3-0? And that's a serious question. Like, I'm not hating. Like, how are they 3-0?
Derek Carr's actually been playing really well.
Is it Derek Carr?
A lot of it is Derek Carr, but yeah, because I don't even think that, because I've only been watching a few of the highlights because I'm not a Raiders fan. I don't really care about them all that much. But yeah, because I mean their running game hasn't been even that great, but I think a lot of it just has to do with because they're like one of those almost kind of like an average Joe kind of team to me. Like they don't have any superstars or anything. They
don't. I mean, no disrespect to Carr, but I wouldn't even put him in my top 10. Say what you want, Raiders fans. Keyshawn, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I wouldn't put Derek Carr in my top 10.
I wouldn't even put him in my top 20, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Hold up.
No, I'm not putting him in my top 20.
But
okay. Top 15.
Here's the deal. Because I mean, Derek Carr, I mean, he's an okay quarterback. Yeah, has he started the season off strong? Yeah, he started it strong. But we're talking about 3 games in. We're talking about career-wise. But anyways.
Right.
Who else they got on the offense? We got
Henry Ruggs.
I mean, okay, what's the second year? He hasn't really done much. Henry Ruggs. Who else I got? Waller. Waller's probably the second best tight end right behind freaking Kelsey right now.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if Waller's even done that all that much.
No, I don't think he has.
And then you got Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, which should be a 1-2 punch, but I don't even think both of them have been doing all that great.
Nope.
And then Peyton Barber, was that who got the...
He's their leading rusher right now.
Right now, and he only...
143 yards
played last
so
game,
far.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, that team is kind of just up and down a lot. Like
they're just... I mean... Like I said, a bunch of average Joes. Nothing really about them. Like I said,
with heart.
Yeah, no disrespect to them, but I don't see anything super special with them, to be honest. But I mean,
hey, they got a cool new stadium, don't they?
They do.
They got that going for them.
And they're in Vegas. Ooh. You know, what do they call Vegas? Is that the Sin City?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the Sin City, the Sin City Raiders. I think the most exciting thing about them is their fans.
So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. What are the games we got going on this lovely week?
We've got
we got the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Seahawks and the Niners.
That's low key going to be a good game. I mean, the Seahawks
think
just
so?
coming off a loss. The 49ers, they just coming off a loss. They were
Yeah, they're
both
both-
undefeated prior to that week 2 loss or week 3
Yeah.
loss. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, because the Seahawks lost in overtime to the Titans.
Oh crap, that's true.
Yeah,
I apologize.
You will remember the Titans. But yeah, no, because that was a crazy game.
Hey, but the Seahawks are the Seahawks. I feel like as long as you got Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll there, you're gonna have at least a decent team.
I did see a stat the other day. I can't remember what the stat was, but they were just basically talking about how the Seahawks defense right now is hot garbage.
Yeah,
Like absolutely hot garbage.
Shit, the Seahawks defense hasn't been shit since the freaking
Legion of
LOB
Boom?
days
Yep.
back in 2013.
God, dude. They were trying to get that back, but I guess apparently
They'd have to call some retirement homes.
That's right. Or actually some penitentiaries.
Oof.
God damn. But yeah, no, and then the 49ers, they looked pretty good
You know what?
going against the Packers.
Hold on. Let's talk about the 49ers right now. So, this preseason, like before this season started, I was really dogging on the 49ers. I don't know if I dogged them on any of our episodes, but behind the scenes.
I don't think you did, because I would have remembered that.
Okay, because I was really like against the 49ers. So, the past, really, since Jimmy G has taken the reins as the quarterback, they've been a run-heavy team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've ran the ball, like, for the past whatever years, and I've always dogged Jimmy G. I was like, dude, this isn't the guy for the team, this, and that, and the other. But after watching Sunday night's game against the freaking Packers, dude, Jimmy G is looking good.
He's not looking great. Solid.
But he's looking good. He definitely has made me rethink the way that I see not only him, but that 49ers team.
Oh, yeah. They came back from 17 down.
They're a good team, man. I like how they're looking so far.
Yeah, they really are. I haven't really been following them too much, but they also, I like the packages that they're adding in for Trey Lance as well.
Yeah.
Because it's adding a wrinkle in there. And the cool thing about it too is that, like, I try to always, whenever they're televising these games and stuff, I always like to try to see how, because they always pan over to like if a different quarterback comes in, they pan into the other quarterback to see just like the emotion on his face and stuff. Jimmy G was happy and excited after, because I think Trey Lance came in and I think that he ran in for a touchdown.
Yep.
Those guys, they were getting excited for each other.
Oh yeah.
And because everybody always talks about how, like, people like these professional athletes will get pissed off or something because, oh, they got this new rookie that's on their coattails and stuff like that. No, it was really cool because Jimmy G was getting super excited and so you could tell that he was putting the team first.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought that was so freaking cool.
Right.
But yeah, no, they were playing their hearts out, and especially I thought it was really amazing that they did not lay down after they were down 17-0 to Rodgers and the Packers. Like that was obviously we all kind of know how that one ended.
Yep.
But I think this one could be a pretty good game because, like I said, the Seahawks defense is not doing that great so far. But like you said, you can never count out Russell Wilson.
Dude, Russell Wilson, he'll make it happen. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson. You know that
Man, I love that offense.
That offense, yeah, like
it's nasty.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks that isn't, on my team or whatever.
Right.
But I like Russell Wilson, man. DK Metcalf.
100% top 5.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah. Is he top 3?
Probably not. Top 5.
Yeah.
Are you talking about currently or currently?
Yeah.
I mean, they're 1 and 2.
Yeah, but how much of that is on Russell Wilson and how much of that is also on the defense?
I don't know.
Either way. Actually, did you happen to see that I think Pete Carroll was calling out Russell Wilson?
No shit.
It was after the Titans loss that they had. I think that he was calling him out in overtime, I guess he felt like he wasn't doing enough or something like that.
Interesting. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was I think that somebody tweeted it out or something. Yeah. But I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, before the season started, there was like a bunch of rumors saying how like freaking Wilson wanted to leave and this and that.
And a lot of people were talking about how Wilson actually wanted to have a bigger influence and be a bigger part of the team moving forward and have a little bit more on his shoulders. Like he wanted to shoulder more of a load for him and everything, which obviously if you got a top 5 quarterback in Russell Wilson, then obviously you're going to want to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's incredible leadership on his part. But at the same time, man, they got to get him some help.
Yeah.
Not offensively. He's got enough firepower and everything.
Defensively,
but that defense, as it stands right now, they're not going to get deep in the playoffs at all.
They brought in Jamal Williams was it last year, but I mean that's about it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that should be a pretty good game. What you thinking about? What you thinking about the Steelers and the Packers?
Steelers and the Packers. I don't know.
I honestly, I feel like it's going to be a blowout.
With
Packers
blowing out the Steelers?
Yep.
I don't know. I haven't really followed the Steelers a whole lot.
Their offenses looked disjointed.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because Big Ben, I've been seeing a lot of negative articles and stuff about Big Ben. I think he's 39 or some shit, 37 at least.
Right.
And then, Big Ben's time is coming to an end here in Pittsburgh, this and that, which it might be.
Mm-hmm.
It might be. I mean, obviously, it will sooner than later. I mean, like I said, he's 37, 38, 39, something like that. So, yeah. I mean, it's coming to an end, but...
So, he's currently got 3 touchdowns, 3 picks on the season.
Oof.
Yeah, he's not playing his best, and I've seen similar stuff, people talking about how he's pretty much done, but...
I mean, but shit, people have been saying that for the past three years, something like that. I remember, I think it was actually 3 years ago, whenever the Steelers... They played the Jags, and that's whenever Jalen Ramsey was still with the Jags. I could be wrong, but I think Big Ben threw 5 interceptions that game. Do you remember that?
I do remember
or am I
that.
making stuff up?
No, I do remember that. That was nasty. But I mean, I think the Packers they're playing really good ball right now, especially coming off of that thrilling victory. That shit was nuts.
Sweet. Hold on, cue the freaking SpongeBob halftime song.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Other than that, I mean, we got the Ravens and the Broncos, but I'd be interested to see how well, because I think the Broncos are currently 3-0, but they've been playing a really soft schedule, I think, so far. The Ravens, I mean, you never quite know what you're going to get with them. They're either going to be really good or I wouldn't say really bad, but they're consistently either good or really good.
But all right, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Episode 9, right? Man, I think it's
8.
It's 8 or 9, one of the 2. But anyway,
it's one of those.
Thanks. Thank you guys for sticking around. Having to listen to what we're saying.
Yep.
Sauce, you got anything?
Not really. The only thing I really got, just make sure you continue to support us on the old socials, on all of the streaming services that we are on. So like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Continue to just support. We love it. Interact with us. We love it. We absolutely enjoy doing this. So continue to show that love, and we'll continue to keep pumping out content as much as we possibly can.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Absolutely.